We back. And we not waiting for no people to come in. Let's go. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. She like, ooh la la. Ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. On a Monday, blessed day, best day. Ooh la la.
Looking for M's.
Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on my side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when the people don't be acting flaky and entitled. Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. I can't wait to get back in the gym. So before you jump off the page and usher to the left, Diddy to the right, take that, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. Shout outs to everybody tuning in. Walaikum salam, rahmatullah, holla love, what's the word? Dre on the check-in. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Tiff, what's the word? Y'all know what it is. It's Monday, best day, blessed day. Monday motivation, motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And here goes some motivation for your ass. Don't let somebody that's, I won't say less than, but that ain't doing the best. You know what I mean? Y'all both may not be doing the best. Let's keep it an even playing field. But you trying to do better. You leaving certain shit alone. You outgrowing certain shit. You looking up and listening to new shit on YouTube and audio books and all that. Never let somebody else come throw water on your fire, even if it's just a smoldering fire. You just starting to, you know what I mean, rub the little wood together, and this shit is, ain't a blaze yet. Like Eddie Murphy said, we either delirious or raw. Now, that's a fire. Don't let nobody come put your flame out just because they ain't doing something. Just because their motivation level was low. Because it's a lot of dream killers out here. And although, you know, you may be in the same hood, you might live in the same NiTe projects, you might be dealing with the same thing and definitely not doing better than them. But you want to. That's the difference. See, a lot of times people talk about doing the thing, but when it comes down to the actual part, a lot of people take a little light vacation. Yeah, I'm going to stop smoking on Monday. I'm going to stop, you know, drinking soda, eating ice cream. I want to get my health together. I want to get the bedroom body back, whether that's man or woman. But then when Monday comes, you know what I mean, you got an excuse. Your girl got on your nerves. Your job pissing you off. So, you know, you go back to the comfort zone. And that's why it says most people talk about doing the thing. But when it comes down to the actual part of doing said thing, they make excuses. They take a little light vacation. And so if you are at the point of you get the one day in, you get Monday in, you get Tuesday in, you might backslide Wednesday, but you come back Thursday. Don't let somebody that was in the same place you was, far as talking about it, but not being about it. Once you start being about it, don't let them snatch your thunder. Don't let them snatch your dreams and let your pen fall asleep on the page. That's the Monday motivation we got. Whether you like it or not, I'm your motivational speaker. Yeah, kid. And that was just some jewels that I dropped on your ass. But we in the end game because we in the end game because Nas like 20 years ago said hip hop is dead. Like do no 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 do no like if I should go, you know what I mean? If I go to sleep and before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. But hip hop is dead. And I remember when Nas came out with that. I'm old enough, you know, obviously from the era, and I'm definitely a Nas fan. I mean, as far as music wise, right? Musically wise, I got him as number one, 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 and I got Hov as number two. Some people, real quick side note, we're gonna be real heavy hip hop theme tonight. And a lot of people be like, Hov never had an era, or he never was the hottest, so how could he be number one or number two? And that's neither here nor there, but we might get into that in a little bit. But Nas did say hip hop is dead. And when he came out with that album and that song, a lot of people was mad. Jeezy was one of them. Young Jeezy, you know what I mean? Thug Motivation, 103. And he like, nah, how the fuck is it? I don't think he cursed, but I think he was on the radio. I don't know if it was Hot 97 or maybe it was down there in Atlanta, down there in the dirty, like, you know what I mean? Can y'all really feel me? West Coast, feel me? Dirty South, feel me? But he was like, how's hip hop dead? When I'm doing hip hop, when I'm still alive. And a lot of people, myself included, and this is full transparency, I wasn't the biggest of Jeezy fans when he first came out. I came home in 04. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people with Snowman with the shirts on in Harlem. Jada was out, Lloyd Banks was out, official New York niggas whose albums was fire. Better than his album to me, right? Lyrical ability. He wasn't really looked at to me as really like a lyrical person. You know what I mean? Little catchy slogans and sayings and, you know, ride the beat a little bit, obviously. You know, Manny Fresh on the beats and, you know, and what have you. And he was like, you know what I mean? I'm doing hip hop still. So how the fuck is hip hop dead? And a lot of people was looking at him when he said that, like, nigga, you ain't no Nas. You was not no Nas. And ultimately end up doing the, you know, my president is black, you know, my Lambo blue, and Nas jumped on the remix. And everything was, you know, everything was all good. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people like myself was looking at Jeezy like, my nigga. You know what I mean? You better do like Uncle Murder on that song where he like, I know I ain't got shit on Nas. Like, know your lane. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, other people too was like, nah, hip hop is still alive and woo, 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 and What are we talking about? Well, I guess on the 30th, today is the 4th or whatever, but I think it was like, no, tomorrow's the 4th, today's the 3rd. But apparently, since Kendrick Lamar and whoever the song he on there with, because I'm not even familiar with the song, Luther, dropped from the top 40, Billboard's 40 charts or whatever. And they saying in 35 years, this the first time that a hip hop song hasn't been on the Billboard's top 40. And so it leads the question to, is hip hop dead? And I'm being funny, we playing on words because obviously, you know, we still consuming hip hop. But as far as the popularity, as far as leading from the front and leaders of the new school, being the cool kids on the block, being the cool kids at the table with, you know, hip hop now, 51 years, 52 years in, we're universal now. Like it's in Africa, it's in New Zealand, it's in the Netherlands, it's in Japan, it's AI we competing with. Not really a lot of great music being made, not a lot of fly artists or good artists putting out quality music. Niggas just keep dropping bullshit and bullshit, coming back flopping and then dropping more bullshit, like, you know what I mean? And that's you, artists, a lot of y'all, not really coming out with no hits. And we keep coming back with more and more hits. More and more hits. A nice and smooth reference. Nice and smooth is here to groove and to make you move and to improve. And we keep coming back with more and more hits. More and more hits. Niggas not making no hits. You might got one little song and niggas rock with for a minute. That shit spinning the spinning cycle for 24 hours. 48 hours, solve the murder, and then that shit is gone. And like Drake and Hope said, all that bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow. That shit is gone. And so it had me thinking, say, damn, the way we consume music, I know a lot of that's a part of it, but it ain't really no big artists. All the NBA Youngboy, the Drakes, and the Kendricks, who was just in said spot of top 40. Matter of fact, who was the song with? Just so I could be accurate real quick. I don't even know who the person is. I don't even know the song and what it is. Kendrick Lamar. Typing in Kenny, but Kendrick Lamar. Top tracks. So here you go, Luther. Oh, what song? It's with SZA. Let me hear how it sound. See if I heard it before or not.
If this world were mine.
Okay. Okay, I heard this. So basically, how it goes say, you flip it and bounce it. Niggas is quick to flip and bounce like old, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you keep the old people alive with the old songs, and you inject it with new life and new ideas. But pretty much that's Luther Vandross, so that's why it's called Luther, and that's Playing Off the World. If This World Was Mine, one of Luther's best song, one of his favorites, one of my favorite songs by him. So I did hear the song. And it's rap, but it's hip hop. I mean, it's R&B, a little mixed in with it. And so, with all that being said, you drop out of the top 40, and now it has in 35 years, there's no song of the hip hop genre, in there. So, what does that say? What does it mean moving forward? I seen one channel, they was kind of fake happy, like hip hop then fucked this up. And even on Kendrick Lamar Damn album, I got on DNA, the song DNA at the end, where you're like, that's why I say hip hop has done more detriment to the black community than, I think he lists a few other things. And you could disagree, or you could be like, you may not really want to, accept it. So you can dread it, you can run from it, but destiny arrives all the same. And hip hop has done a lot of detriment to the black community, because we look up and for some of these celebrities and these people on these tracks and these songs. But just think it was, interesting, because 20 years ago Nas said hip hop was dead, and now we 35 years, no hip hop songs. And even though I started the show with that, we was supposed to start the show, but we unscripted, we authentic that feeling. There's no set format. We was supposed to start the show off with tomorrow was election day. You know what I mean? IV Star Baby, what's the word? Happy Monday. Monday Motivation, Motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And here goes some motivation for your ass. So tomorrow's election day, right? Y'all know I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I could give a fuck. You know what I mean? I am on the side of the people, us as the people. I am on the side of them doing right by us and not feeding us bullshit. But I'm only bringing this up because tomorrow was election day. I'm probably not going to be participating. But a lot of you guys are. So y'all going to be running to the polls if you didn't already send in your ballot on the early voting. And as far as New York City, it's this governor race in New Jersey and all this shit going on. But I'm bringing it up because y'all know I'm off on Sunday and Monday. Go back to work tomorrow, so I'm doing my laundry and shit. Regular shit that people do on their day off, right? Just enjoy yourself, make a few errands and shit like that. And we drinking coffee. But while I'm in the house doing what I'm doing, mad commercials. Happy commercials. Like niggas be like mad. Happy commercials. Sad commercials. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Wild commercials of the people that's running. So the Zorro Mandani's for New York, the Governor Cuomo, the Cuomos, the Selriff, or whatever the other dude name is. Mutar sound like a Rahmatullah, had a brother. But what's crazy is that one of these people gonna get the spot, right? But the mudslinging that these commercials do, and when you sit back, you say, damn, if this person ain't shit, and that's pretty much what they saying, right? That Kareem Akbar, he is the true leader of the CNB, and if I'm going down and taking all of y'all women, this person is a piece of shit because of this. then they listen. That's why you should vote for me. And this message was approved by such and such, right? All the politicians do the same play. It comes out of the same playbook. But the thing is, one of them will eventually get the seat. And so you say, damn, if they all ain't shit according to each other, right? It's like a circle full of, it's like deadbeat dads, and I'll just use that even though, a lot of people be like, I ain't no fucking deadbeat, but just say a whole bunch of deadbeat dads, right? Is fighting for the position to be the father of with a young lady, right? And they all telling the beans and spilling the beans on each other. You don't take care of your kids. You was beating your girl. You was a drug user. You was this. You was that. She still got to choose one of them, right? And then when they get in office, it's like none of that shit doesn't exist. None of the commercials you put out, none of the ads you put out, none of that shit matters because right now you are the top dog. You are the person that's wearing the crown and you're going to be giving the orders and governing over the people, you know what I mean, in New York City or, maybe it's New Jersey or Houston, Atlanta, Vegas or wherever you at. And I say, damn, they mudsling like a motherfucker. Some of this shit got to be true. And the stuff that they do, the kissing the babies, the hot sauce in the bag, cooking collard greens in the tub and, all this dumb shit to get people to buy in and get on the goofy train, the goofy line. And they serving you up slops of goofy. Like, here you go, goofy, goofy, goofy. You know what I mean? You a goofyologist and we serving it up. And when you see clips like this, people in the comments is like, yeah, well, Mayor Adams, he was the mayor already. So certain things that he was doing wasn't appropriate. Whereas Zoro Mendani, you know what I mean? Stuff he doing, is not that bad. He out in the club day before election or 2 days before election because he's still trying to get your vote. He wants you to vote for him even though he leading. And he doing shit like this. To the beans. And stretch, keep it going to the beans. Kendrick Lamar. He got the hands going, he doing his 1-2. Got the bottle girls popping off. It's crazy, right? That he, not to say you can't have fun, I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is, weasel with it, what's the word? What I'm saying is that these politicians, right? So when you hear a Stephen A. talking about a Jasmine Crockett, she's a politician, guys. She's no different. You know what I mean? Zoro Mendani, he's a politician. He's no different. They may not all have the same bullshit with them, but when they kissing the babies, putting the hot sauce in the bag, doing the most to get you to vote for them, then the counterparts are saying, yeah, they ain't shit. He was doing this, he doing that. They going to the brothels, they paying for buns. They doing X, Y, they making them positions to give their ex jump offs, 160,000 a year for you to be the sports czar, yet people are starving and they hungry. You know what I mean? People ain't got places to live and shit like that. And, this is what we dealing with. But no matter who you vote for, and I'll end this topic with this. No matter who you vote for yourself. Vote to be the best version of yourself today, tomorrow, next week. Keep trying to improve and get better for yourself because, no matter who's in the house, as far as get elected mayor, president, whatever, yeah, certain laws and, legislation and things like that can affect us. We see stuff going on in the government now. I'll talk about maybe 1 or 2 topics, maybe depending on how long I'm be on the live. So yeah, you can, feel the sting, so to speak, with people that's, in power. But ultimately it's what you do in your own household. Are you studying? Are you creating good habits? Are you leaving bad habits? Are you doing stuff to be productive in your own life? Are you electing yourself? Same way we be gunning hard, and people be on these apps and shit going back and forth. The Dems ain't shit, Republicans ain't shit, and I'm none of that. I could give a fuck. But people be so, caught up in the wave that they're not even putting that type of energy and oomph into themselves, into their own household, into their kids. Yet they'll be online with you arguing for hours about Kamala Harris being black or not black or Donald Trump or whatever the case. So make sure you elect yourself. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's talk about this food stamp shit. Because we started off the show with his hip hop dead. It's food stamps dead, right? And again, I'm from the era. I'm old enough to remember the block cheese, the powdered milk, the peanut butter, rough times in the ghetto when the EBT wasn't on the card, but it was in fact in the food stamp form. And when you went to the corner store or the supermarket, you felt embarrassed, even though everybody had them. You know what I mean? Even though everybody had them, niggas still felt shame. You know what I mean? I'm from that era, right? So I know what it's like when people depend on it. And I won't show all the videos that I've been seeing online, but it's been a lot of, people, black and white, right? Talking about, they're going to start stealing and they got to feed their kids and they're going to start doing the most and, tough times in the ghetto. So that's why I often quote Jada, it's rough in the GHETTO. Got to learn how to hear no evil and see no. I mean, like, Thanksgiving time is coming, and I had seen the post where they're like, they giving us the business. We need to give them back the business. And here was their plan. And I comment on the post. I know I'll be in the comments, just like everybody else. I'm reading and seeing what motherfuckers are saying and they writing, right? And I commented like, I'm all for it. Like, the post was saying we should hit them in the pocket, and I agree. You could boycott, you could rally, you could walk the streets, you could march, but the best thing is to fight them financially, cripple them or try to. And the post was like, we should boycott Thanksgiving, we should boycott Christmas, Black Friday, etc. And I'm sitting there saying, oh, I could get on board with this. And then I posted, I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for it, man. You know what I'm saying? But the way the indoctrination is set up with black folks, oh, but you're black. Oh, but you're black. And you want to go to South Africa. The way we wrap ourselves up in these comfort blankets, and you need a blankie. Mama, I'm cold. Give me my blankie. It's a little, I'm about to say Lil' Kim, but that's a Nicki Minaj reference. Mama, I'm cold. Give me my blankie. It's a cold world out there. And the way we wrap ourselves up in these bullshit holidays, sorry if you celebrate. No offense, that's just my belief, and you ain't going to get me to stop believing what I believe in. You could try all you want, but I don't celebrate those things, right? So I'll always be mad when the family want to get together on those particular holidays, and it's like, damn, we got 365 days of the year. We can take off time and try to link up and eat some good food or whatever, play cards, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around, and dun 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 dun. They want to flex. I'm live. The family Guys Effects reference. Why we gotta wait till it's Thanksgiving and Christmas? Why we gotta wait for these times to get together? Same way why we gotta wait till Mother's Day to tell your moms that you love her. Why we gotta wait for that? So me personally, I always looked at those holidays with the side eye. A lady. This not the NBA show. We live action tonight with trending topics. And we talking about stamps and food stamps, right? And we talking about the post that I seen saying we need to boycott Thanksgiving, Christmas, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, woo, 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 and And again, I'm like, yeah, it got me riled up. You preaching to the choir. But I said, damn, the way fuck other people, right? Because the first thing somebody said, yeah, we ain't the only ones. Yeah, well, if you somebody jump off the building till they deaf, you gonna do the same thing just because they did it? Right? Fuck what they doing. What we doing. And I said the way that black folks is caught up on those holidays, these traditions, and how they justify it. We know that they killed the Indians and they did us dirty and Christopher Columbus ain't discovered no motherfucking America, right? But we just getting together. But why we got to do it on that day? And so I know stuff like that post, although it's good intentions, and it's like, yeah, let's hit them where it's going to hurt at. And show them that we can have some type of solidarity. We can form Voltron and mobilize, right? And hit them where it hurts. People still gonna go motherfucking Thanksgiving shopping. They still gonna buy gifts. They still gonna go wait till Black Friday, etc., and spend their money because we love to go work hard and then complain, be miserable at our jobs, and then come right home on that Friday, Saturday, or you get paid on Tuesday like me. That direct deposit, one for you, one for me. Two for you, 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me. We love to go give them all our money, even though Wu-Tang told us on their first album, my seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family, right? And we love to go give the money to the other people, even though we know everybody is against us. We can act like we don't see that shit. We could be accepting of everybody else like we are. But every day you walk out, you see the war going on outside. None of us are safe, yet we still do each other filthy. We give our money to the Indians, to the Asians, to the Chinese, to the Arabs, to the Jews, to the fucking whoever you could think of. All you gotta do is go buy Chinese food, go to the cleaners, go get some Dunkin' Donuts because you like lattes, go to the supermarket, go to the motherfucking meters, right? Go to all of these different places. Even if you want to say, the West Indians, Jamaicans, or people from the island, I go buy their food because I like their food. But they not FBA if we putting titles on it, Foundational Black America, they come over here and they get the stores and shit too. So even though it's a black face, but you're black. Ain't black like us. Even though if it pop off, I'm assuming we are going to ride together. But I'm just separating it for a reason to show that we go work for people that don't fuck with us. We hate our job, most of us. And then we come and give our money right to them. Here you go. Take my money. I'll wait 2 more weeks or get paid weekly and then I'll do it again. And like Jay-Z, we going to do it again. And so I don't think we'll be able to boycott Christmas, boycott Thanksgiving and shit like that. It would be ill to see it done and stand up and stand 10 toes down. But will we see it done? I don't know. But last real quick, because I told you this would be a heavy hip-hop theme show. Cardi B, right? She always spinning in the clip for all the wrong reasons, if you ask me. But she could do her. This is her life. She got one life to live. I got one life to live. But it ties into the SNAP benefits being cut off right around Thanksgiving time and a lot of people being outraged, mad, etc. online. Niggas is mad. Like, niggas is steaming. Agony. Why is everybody always picking on me, right? And she was doing a live where she looking crazy, got like some shit women be wearing on, like some shit to go over, the weave to go over that or the wig. And she kind of scratching up a little bit. The video look crazy that I seen. And only reason why I'm speaking about it before we get off this topic because it ties in. So she just speaking about I think about like buying some chandeliers from France or wherever they coming from, and how the chandeliers are expensive like a motherfucker. She like, I'm not bragging, but they want $20,000 to import these chandeliers, etc. And then during that live or during the video clip that I seen spinning in the clip, at one point in time she like yeah, because y'all motherfuckers that ain't gonna be getting your snaps and your food stamps, right? But y'all gonna have to go hunt some raccoons and motherfucking cook up some beans and shit. And I said, whoa, like, yo, this shit crazy, shit crazy. And I'm not shocked when you put the beat on. Like, I'm not shocked in the maze when you put the beat on. Another video that I seen was like, it was kind of being taken out of context. It didn't make her look good. Plus we know that, the majority of the other is on these type of benefits. But a lot of her fans, a lot of people that support her, Patreon, her business, push her to be where she's at now, are on food stamps, do got EBT, etc., etc. And so I just find it strange. Why would you put a post out like that or even speak illy? Even if in your mind you are visioning, the other, right? The other folks that's non-black, right? You still got millions of fans, hundreds of thousands of fans that is in this predicament. They feeling the pain. And you talking about $20,000 chandeliers, and you up right now. You know what I mean? Because I'm up right now, and you stuck right now. Some Drake shit. You thought you had it all figured out, but how about now? So you looking down from the soapbox, because you know it's rough times in the ghetto. Yeah, you still put a post out there like that, and then with the monkey comments and the certain things, and you're probably not the best person to be coming with this type of vibe and energy. And I find it funny because people still defending her, people still rocking with her. This is they they Elah or Ella, which means God. This is one of their idols, and this is who we look up to when we bow down. You know what I mean? Even when they talk disparagingly to us, or when they offending us, and you have offended my family, and you have offended the Shaolin Temple. Remember when Bruce Lee did that? Then he commenced the whipping ass. You have offended my family, and you have offended the Shaolin Temple. And then he fucked them niggas up real bad. Don't let people play in your face. People love doing that, and it's so blatant now. Like, this shit crazy. Like, I just sit back and laugh. Everybody plays the fool sometimes. Let's talk about this other hip-hop topic, though. They call me Hove, H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ, right? Hove just recently came out, maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. It might even have been 5 days ago. Sometimes I'll be late to the topics, right? I guess he was on a phone call or with one DJ or radio station or whatever. And basically he was like, nigga, ain't nobody can stand on that motherfucking Versus stage with me. Is you kidding me? Like, is you kidding me or is you shitting me? And how we started off with Hip Hop is Dead, and I told y'all I got Nas #1, I got Hove #2. Yeah, East Coast is in the house. Even though I got West Coast people on the list that's the greatest around, or put it down MC and wise top 10 and shit like that. Scarface comes to mind, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube, you know what I mean? But Game, he high on the list as far as MCs that's really nice with it. But anyway, a lot of pushback or negative commentary, if you will, that comes on Jay-Z now is he never had an era. Like, every people point out, and it's kind of valid. Like, when he was out, 50 Cent was real hot, or Eminem, or Nelly, or even though around this time, as far as that's why he like only dudes moving units is M Pimp, Juice, and us. It's The Rock in here. You know what I mean? So far as units wise, he like, I'm doing the same as like my numbers is up. When you say X was out during this time, X was super fire, and they talking about like #1 albums around the time of the artists. And I don't have all of the facts right because the post is old, but I'm just bringing it up in this sense because this is the pushback. And a lot of people are like he overrated, and no matter how you view him on that. As far as #1 hits though, that's like men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. And although I got Nas #1, I do got Hove having more hits. And when I say hits, I mean like club bangers, party bangers, stadium joints where, everybody just start rocking out and dancing, and Nas don't have that many like get up and, you start rocking, songs. The song's more lyrical, conceptual, you know what I mean? And that type of vein. You cruising, listening to some good lyrics, you know what I mean? Say Nas don't always pick the best beats. So, maybe that's why he falters. And that also is a testament to how nice he is. Because imagine if he did have Just Blaze. Imagine if he had Young Kanye and, some of the, the ill producers and Pharrell and all of them, like in the heyday. He'd probably be really everybody's #1. Because some people probably don't got Nas #1. Side note. But anyway, back to the verses. And I said all that to say, as far as the #1 songs, #1 hit songs, Hove got the songs that you just put on and niggas will start dancing, the club will start going crazy. Well, excuse me. Whether it's a feature or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just bangers. It is people that can hang with Hove. And I've been posting it on the posters where I've been seeing this post at. But now I'm finally talking about it on the channel so I can go in depth, etc. I won't really play the songs because I don't want to get copywritten, or flagged. But here go a few people off top. As Hov said, nobody. I'm gonna give you 5 people, I think, right? Nas is one, even though again, I think Hov is still ultimately win, because he probably got more songs that I could quote and write and rock with. Even though I think Nas is the better artist and MC, but Nas, and he might be low on the list, but 50 Cent got bangers. 50 Cent could get up there and go back to back with Hov as far as verses. Like, you gonna play your banging song, like your 20 best songs? Even Hov probably could do 30, 25, but let's just say a solid 25 songs. 50 could give him a solid 25. Even though people may be on the hook, the Justin Timberlakes and the AO Technologies and PIMPs, Busta could go with him. Busta would go hard with him, because Busta got those energy type songs. He got all them type of songs, to Hands Where My Eyes Could See, to Touch It, Bring It, Babe, like he can go on and on. You know what I'm saying? Kanye can go with him, in my opinion. So that's 3 off the bat. That's 50, Kanye, Nas, Drake, and then coming in last, although he may be a little old school and his last album may not have resonated with a lot of people, because of the age gap, you know what I mean? But LL, he'll definitely get on that stage with all type of bangers that, you know what I mean? Because Hov and them is closer. So people in my age bracket, if we was to witness the verses, we'll definitely be rocking with the LL songs. I mean, he one of the originators. So those are 5 people: Nas, 50, Drake, Kanye, and LL. Lil Wayne, number 6. You know what I mean? Mad bangers could come on, and 6 foot, 7 foot, to a million, to Officer, and just, especially we go into mixtapes and certain songs where they rhyming over other beats, because the Lock showed us, even though when they did the verses with Dipset, turn the beat off. See Jada just jump into a freestyle. So, Lil Wayne got mad freestyle. Even 50 Cent got the 50 Cent version of when G-Unit and all was killing the mixtapes. Might be 2 more people that I'm overlooking as far as bangers and hits that'll keep on going. T.I. may be like, yo, I got a lot of hits. You know what I mean? Bring them out. I got a lot of hits, even though he used Hov on that track. But it's interesting for talk. Obviously, it's all opinion based. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own opinion and they entitled to it. Who you got in your top 5, dead or alive? But I would love to see Hov do a verses with 50 or Busta. Busta got hits on top of hits on top of hits on top of hits. Even to his last album with what is it? A Level of Extinction 2 with Take Chains Off when he used the MOP shit, and you know what I mean, that joint, the joint he got with Rick Ross Master Farad Muhammad, fire. He killed Rick Ross on him. Fatality, even though Rick Ross' verse was fire. He just, you know what I mean, like, let me sit the mic down and leave it for mama for safe keepings and all that. Like, so, Hov is he feeling himself, but what he supposed to do? He supposed to do what Jim Jones did. And like, I'm picking me over anybody. And like, get in the booth, bring your thousands, bring your 100 racks. You know what I mean? Like, bring your 100 racks. Well, Hov was supposed to say, like, yeah, such and such could do a verses with me. He supposed to say nobody could get on that stage with me. And I'm sure every artist that I named, the Busta, the LL, everybody feel the same way. Speaking of rap, and hip hop is dead. Hip hop is dead, right? Is it? It might be. It might not be. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about Jay Mills and DNA, two battle rappers, but Jay Mills is really more not just a battle rapper. You know what I mean? Even though we could go back in the archives with him battling, Murder Mook on 125th, and go get my watch from Switzerland, and obviously, those battles in the early days. But then, signed with Young Money, penned some songs, had been on some hit records with Young Money, etc. Hasn't done nothing lately to my, knowledge. He might have wrote for some people I don't know about. He might still be a ghostwriter. Who knows, right? DNA never had no hits on the radio, and neither did Goods. And both of them is good battle rappers, so we won't take nothing from them. Harlem, stand up. Shout outs to Charlie Clips, right? Shout outs to Lux, shout outs to Mook, shout outs to Cal, shout outs to all the people from Harlem that I know that's super nice, right? When it comes to that battle shit. We spoke about this maybe 3 lives ago. And just this, I think it was just warming up. So it was just some posters then, like, yo, update your resume, and woo, 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 and ah. Then Jay Mills was talking like, I got hits, or I penned some joints, and you need to update your resume because you ain't even been putting no hits out. And then I gave my nigga Great Fire, a shout out like, nah, well, he put out 7 albums in the last 3 years. That's fire, right? Quality music. Now, fast forward, niggas is on wax now with some fire beats from Ron Browns. Not really sure. I think DNA used an old Big Daddy Kane beat or like another beat. But anyway, it's 2 songs from Jay Mills. He Spin the Block, and I can't think of, In My DNA. And then DNA got like 2 songs. So it's just probably like 2 songs out of piece. Maybe one was like a freestyle. And I just want to speak about it in this sense. I think all the lyrics was dope. Both of them had bars. Both of them had some fire. Could this possibly be the new wave of battle rapping? And if so, are you here for it? I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong. I like when the crowd is there and it's 3 rounds and they going off and they entertaining us because some of them just put on spectacular shows, and the spectacle of it is lit. That's why we love the battle rap. For those that's entrenched into the the culture. Some may say keeping hip hop alive, even though it's a separate entity, if you will. In my opinion, it's not like rap. There's no beats. It's it's memorization, it's crowds, it's showmanship, etc. But I'm here for, if this is the new wave, I'm here for this. And as I spoke about when we spoke about this 2 lives ago, definitely would be here for known artists or artists that's not known for battle rapping, but go on the stage to battle rap. For instance, when it was supposed to be Drake won battle Murder Mook, but it never happened. Imagine we get a Kiss versus DNA or some shit like the Ghost coming on stage going against Tay-Rock or Charlie Clips or Lux or something. This would be a spectacle that I would pay $100 for, front row seats, even in this economy and that's going down. Like Mary J, I'm going down. If we can get certain artists to go on stage and perform for us at the Apollo, at the Garden, the Barclay or wherever else, Vegas, Atlanta, in these lit areas, definitely would pay for that. But I also would pay for seeing the battle rappers get on beats, even if they old beats or original beats, and start going at it like how they doing now. We seen obviously Cassidy is one. I think he about to battle Easy to Block Captain in December, I believe. Maybe it's this month, I don't know. But he already put out a diss song, dissing him, and he already had hits. He's one of the few that went from being a multi-platinum selling artist, right? Even though his songs with R. Kelly and all that shit is old. Hotel, and I still move work from the AM to the PM. Niggas want beef, I'ma spray him when I see him. Blah, 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 blah. That's one of my favorite songs. Even though they old for somebody that's new, like if you're young, or when I say young, you're in your 20, 25, you ain't from my era. I'm from the golden era, so I know. Obviously, before that was, him and Freeway put the beat on, but my point is, he was a recording artist that was, had hits. Then he went on that stage and went at battle rappers. People were like he lost. I forget who he even battled, but the reviews was mixed. I thought he won them battles that I seen that he had. I would probably have to go back and look now because I can't even remember, who he was battling. But if we gonna start getting battle rappers and the Charlie Clips of the world to start getting on beats and going at one another, I think that would inject some life and some some energy into it. It's battle leagues all over now. You know what I mean? From URL to Smack to Easy, Chrome and Remy Ma to Easy to Block got some shit. If I'm not mistaken, maybe Hollow the Dawn got something. I don't know, right? It's so many, because there's so many battle rappers, and obviously it's growing the culture. Young men putting money in their pocket the legal way, so I'm all for it. Who you thought won the battle? Are you here for it, or you not here for it? Anyways, let's talk about this shit. Seeing this post here. We got like 2 more topics, then we're going to get out of here. So we got a woman who was allegedly kicked out of a Gold's Gym after complaining about a man using the women's locker room, right?
Gold's
This is her right here.
Men, grown men with big dicks
Oh.
in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know.
The fuck? Kill me when people be doing that. The fuck?
Fucking locker room. No one's saying shit. And I'm fucking done with it. It's fucking stupid. It's dangerous. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. But I am the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room. And that goes Jim.
How are you?
Did you tell me or not that women like to see dick?
I'm not asking you a fucking question.
Exactly. Get out of the way. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I
No.
want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked.
That's
There are
right.
girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay. I'm not called.
How are you?
Kareem Akbar. He is the true leader of the CNB, and if I'm going down, I'm taking all you niggas with me. Now, this is a topic that we've covered, a few times. It keeps spinning in the clip for whatever reason. And I'll tell you the reason. All liberals and all people, everybody need rights and, binary and, pronouns, this and that. You down with the alternate style, lifestyle. You jumping on the L5 and the QBR, RB232 and all that bubblegum shit. And this is the results of that. This is the results, people. I feel like I'm a woman today. And I'm just going to go into the women's locker room. And then that's the people that's on that vibe. Then you got the weirdos that just put on the wig and makeup and shit. And, they go hang out in these places. I'm going to say like 3 years ago, it was a male that got in like the hot tub or some shit with the little girls. And, the lady spoke up or whatever, like, bro, what are you doing? We get it. You want dick in your butt. We get it. You live that lifestyle. But everybody shouldn't be subjected to that. Everybody shouldn't have to, bend at the knee just to appease you. Go where you celebrate it at, as they say. You come in here, she using the big D energy. She could have been like, little Tommy or whatever, but apparently he walking around swinging the sword in the women's locker room inside the Gold's Gym because he identifies as a woman. And then, I hate to bring it towards the women, but like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Of course, there's women that's totally against this. Of course that, right? And I'm with y'all because men is against it, right? Especially straight men. However, I be naive or it would behoove me to not mention the fact that a lot of y'all, that's why I said where the ladies at, a lot of y'all's with this shit. Y'all push this agenda. Y'all rock with it. Y'all hand in hand with it. You could say, no, Lee, it's not true. Woo. And I'm going to say, all you got to do is go look at the fucking hundreds of posts that be spinning online. All you got to do is listen to a conversation from a woman who's besties with gay men when they start having a disagreement with a straight man, call him zesty, call him undercover, call him deal. Like, I'm zesty because I'm disagreeing with you, but you hanging out with a whole best friend that's gay. Come on, it doesn't make sense. Y'all playing dress up and going out to the clubs together, and you know, some women, when they got their scandalous shit on, they walk in the streets with the stilettos and all that, right? And nose jeans. But you walking with, you know, the other. And they got some funny style shit on too. So when y'all come walking as a group, 4 or 5 ladies with 2 of them with you, men gonna look, because straight men gonna be straight men. And like Kanye West said, she got that ass, I got to look sorry. Like, so men gonna look. Then when we look, it's like, oh shit, you caught us out there because you walking with Transformers and you doing woo, 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 and y'all push that. Because, you know, I get it, our families is involved, or they live that lifestyle, and so does mine. I'm not exempt. And, you know, your lifestyle is your lifestyle. I'm not going to, you know, push my beliefs on you. You can do what you want to do. We all can, because we're adults, and we only here on this planet Earth for a little bit of short time. Life is short. So people going to do what they want to do anyway. But, again, I would be naive to act like y'all having help in the agenda. So now when shit like this happens, and people just decide, you know, I'm a giraffe today. You know, I'm a turtle today. And it's not Halloween, but you're still dressing up like a woman. And you got even, you know, transgender women, as we call them, right? And gay men calling biological women and competing with them, saying that they, you know, are the same. Like, you know what I mean? You're going too far, pretty much. You're going too far. And when do we say enough is enough? When do we say that? You know what I mean? And then we get mad at Trump, and I'm only bringing him up because he's against, you know, men identifying as one way and then competing against women. And I'm against it too. So you can not like him, etc. And I didn't vote for him, but I'm against that. And I think a lot of straight men are against that too. But it's the ladies, not all, but it's some, it's a lot, that they with the shits. Billy D, what up, my nigga? How you been, bro? Happy Monday. A lot of them is with the shits. And so this is what you get. As Malcolm X said, I'm Malcolm X, right? When he said the roosters have come home to roost. You're going to get niggas dressing up like women. Some that think in their mind that they are women, they're sick. And then some that's just weirdos because they probably don't get no buns. They tired of looking at Pornhub. And it's like, you know what? If I put a wig on and some lip gloss and some motherfucking eyelashes, I actually could go into the women's locker room where some of them are showering, some of them is lotioning up their bodies. And like Eddie Murphy said, no, that wasn't Eddie Murphy, it was Marlon Lawrence. Your body all glistening. You know what I mean? You got the oil glistening all over your body on some P. Diddy shit, right? Pause. This is what they're going to do. To get their little phone and get a little video so they can go back and whack off and do some real weirdo, you know, creepy shit. We need to all be against it. It can't just be straight guys like, nah, I don't want my daughter to be subject to that. I don't want my wife or my sister or my little cousins and them to be subjected to that. It got to be one. Has to be everybody. Like, nah, just go over there. There's plenty of people on the same wave that you on. So just do that shit over there. Why are you coming over here and trying to make us rock with y'all? We're going to respect you. We're going to be courteous. We're going to, you know, not violate. I remember one point in time, because again, I'm old enough and I'm from the era where people used to violate. Like, you can't even, I get it now. It's peace, love, and hair grease, and everybody's safe and free, even though it still be hate crimes, quote unquote, but not like back in the days. And that's why everybody's free fall. So it's so crazy. Like, this shit is not just the LGB5. It should go all the way down to Z now. That's how many acronyms and letters it is. It's not just the LGBTQ. It's LGBTQ, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, it should go on and on like an Erykah Badu song, and it's getting out of hand. So where this lady got to go in the locker room while she's trying to work out, wash her ass after a hell of a workout, and then see some man standing there with his dick out. Come on now. Come on. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. What else we had? Let's talk about this last shit.
I'll turn no hoe to a housewife.
Let's talk about Devontae Murray, right? He on the New Orleans Pelicans, a good player, good two-way player. Kind of been getting injured the last 2 seasons. Anyway, he viral right now. He's spinning in the clip. And I'm not making fun of him, brother, because I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that I was right, yet to fail. And I'm talking about in love and hip hop, in the hearts, in the matters of the heart. You know, when your girl cheat on you, or when you break up, you lose a good woman, or you just was with a scumbag, scallywag bitch that you was in love with, and she just did you dirty. Like I know what it's like, right? And I don't know if his baby mom's is like this or not. I don't know her, but he is spinning in the clip because he decided to go to social media and pour out his heart, cry me a river, a long text. D-Rock, what's the word? About his baby moms and her clubbing and her telling him one thing, but then she flipped and bounced and did the next thing. And as I start digging, I guess her name is Gianna or Giovanna, whatever her name is, because I don't know and I don't care, right? Even though I do content and I got a show, this is the only time like I got to go study and look at the clips. Definitely Love is Love. These are the only times that I go do that, when it's time to go live and I need topics, shit that y'all care about, so I can put my little spin on it. So apparently she, NBA young boy, that's his baby moms too, right? And y'all know the saying on the channel or just on live, on the social media, she not yours, it's just your turn, right? And so when you see the long letter, you can see that he's in love. You can see that he care about her, he concerned about her. Oh, my words is buffering? Damn it, man. I ain't sure why. We've been off for a little minute. We about to get off. I ain't sure how I sound now. And thanks for that. I had a few people on that could have told me how it is now. Well, we're going to continue. Ain't nothing we can do about it now. I ain't going to stop the live because we're about to be finished in a minute. It's the last topic. But anyway, she not yours. It's just your turn. We see that a lot under these manosphere channels, so-called red pill channels, or men that's been scorned, men that's miserable. They bitter because, they had women, do them dirty. And this would be wild. Obviously, women could be bitter too. Niggas doing them dirty or what have you. But anyway, she back in the club. They got kids together. He watching the kids because I think he either got a wrist injury or his Achilles. I know he had 2 injuries in the last 2 years that sidelined him. So he like, the kids with the moms, and you could have just told me, and woo, woo, woo. So people are doing what? Calling him a simp, calling him a sucker. He looked bad. And I think because he's still involved with her, he's still dealing with her, he want her to stop doing what she's doing because it makes him look bad. And rightfully so. Because I'm a reflection of you. You're a reflection of me. And like Dame would say, I'm not hustling for my first name. I'm hustling for my last name. So when I go out, my drawers need to be clean because I'm Miss Kathy's son. And if I get hit by a bus, as she used to say, and the paramedics got to come and rush, and I got dirty drawers on, they're going to look at her like, I'm talking about when I was a kid, obviously. They're going to look at her like, damn, your son out here with dirty drawers. Your son got crust in his eyes. Your son's mouth is stink. He ain't brushing his teeth right. His hair not combed. You putting on for your family. And so, same way you represent your husband or your partner, vice versa. So that's why he mad, because he looking like the fool right now. He's being played for the fool. And, again, I'm not laughing at him, but 2 things, and then we out of here. One, I don't know why these NBA players or these athletes, whether they, NFL players or soccer players, baseball players, while they playing and they in their careers, why do they decide to settle down with the same type of chick? Same chick that everybody been dealing with. And again, there's nothing wrong with busting some cheeks and come on, baby, come on, baby. Like, do you? Because they on your body. You up. You know what I mean? You got the money. You can provide for them a lifestyle that they wouldn't have access to without you. So you are the golden ticket. And Brittany Renner, she like, these athletes are stupid. These NBA players are stupid. PJ Washington, oh, that's right. All these chicks keep running the same play. And you niggas supposed to study film. So how you wifing up somebody that was with an NBA young boy? And I'm not knocking him. Good artist or whatever. Obviously, He's popular with the younger generation. I like some of his songs, but he ain't in my top 5 dead or alive off one LP. But if you're dealing with somebody like him, right, or at least what's the narrative out there about him, why would you go wife her? Again, bust cheeks, Sunday to fun day, have fun. And I'm not saying being a womanizer, but you could play and do what, Derek Jeter did. He never had no problems while he was playing for the Yankees. How many rings he got? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, he got 5 golden rings, right? Right. Kobe, 5 golden rings, right? Certain players, and it's like, we was talking about Stephon Diggs. Side note real quick, he on New England now. I know he got hurt while he was in Buffalo. But he got Cardi B pregnant. She about to have his baby. But like 3 other women at the same time. So I'm saying, damn, if I was an owner and I'm giving you money, the Zion Williamson, right? You fucking the porn star joint. That she making fun of you like you be eating McDonald's, drinking soda, putting you on blast because you just couldn't bust down and then bounce. And y'all look goofy. And I hate to say it because y'all up. Y'all obviously, financially, you're doing way better than the kid, right? Sitting here talking about you. But you ain't going to see the kid get out of pocket like that. And I'm wondering because Herman Edwards, right? I was about to say Herman Bell. That's just me and KO was talking about Herman Bell yesterday when he called. Shout outs to Herman Bell for those that don't know who he is. Look him up, right? Black Panther Liberation Army, real right. And he right here in Harlem working too. But anyway, Herman Edwards. And hello, you play to win the game. He like, yo, when these NBA players come out, they have conferences and conventions and workshops to talk to these young men. In case your father wasn't around, in case you come from a single home, or, now you're a millionaire and you don't know what to do with your money. You don't know, people was laughing side note because this is all tied in, but there's no set format. He just got hurt last night. I feel bad for him. Jalen Daniels, right? People was laughing at his moms because I think he like 25, 26. She's sitting there like, yeah, my son will not be taken by none of these bird bitches. Even while he was sitting there with Juju, right? And Juju is going to be that chick, right? When she gets to the WNBA. She ain't like the rest of these. She ain't no bop. At least I don't think she is. She's sitting there front row with him. And then next thing you know, moms is sitting in the middle with him, right? And everybody was like, damn, why she doing Juju like that? Because she know the game. And she like, I'm not going to let him get caught by no bird. It's a bird trap. You thinking if I ain't rap, she would flirt back? I'm going to let you wear my shirt, but when you leave, I'm going to need my shirt back. You kidding me? And again, we keep seeing it. We get numb to this shit. It's like, when will these NBA players and these athletes that has access to all this money learn that these Instagram models, these influencers, see the Rick Ross joint, right? She didn't want to kiss him in none of the posters I was seeing. I don't know if it was real or not, whether he broke up with her or not. But every time he would go in for a kiss, the bitch dodging that nigga 52 blocking like she Mayweather. 52 last dragging that nigga like got the glow. You ain't even kissing the guy that you with. And they just using y'all. They making you look foolish. And you shouldn't be because you are the one who was shooting in the gym, getting to the bag, sacrificing. So you can change the generational curse in your family. So you could be good. Gotta stop falling for these jump offs. And I'm not saying she a bad person just because she had a baby with NBA YoungBoy, but as you say, all right, fool me once, shame on me. You know what I mean? Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on. Like, come on, fool me 3 times. Fuck the peace sign, load the chopper. Come on, we gotta do better. So, I hope you work it out. Also, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, even though Nas said it take a certain type of nigga to pimp her. So if you got the, the swag and the charisma to do it, then my nigga, go ahead and pimp on. But simping ain't easy. And I'm going to end the show with this. Big Daddy Kane, Nice and Smooth, sung anything goes when it comes to hoes because pimping ain't easy. Nah, pimping ain't easy. In today's era, in 2025, you got to reverse it. Like a circle, and don't be whipped by that pussy. Whip that pussy. Niggas is anything goes when it comes to hoes because simping is easy. Nah, simping is easy. All these niggas is simping and y'all looking crazy. And we got to stop that. But y'all know who it is. This your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling. We are unscripted. We authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Be safe, guys.